today? Hope everyone's okay. Yesterday I came back after a long ass hiatus, and I had like a super quick review of Kendrick Lamar's GNX, Kendrick Lamar and SZA's GNX tour. I still want to expand on that because I didn't really even give anything. Like, I didn't give my opinions on any of the songs. I did speak on SZA, but I didn't touch on her outfit changes, a lot of things that she had going on. So I don't know, I'll probably do that sometime. Maybe, maybe not. But today I just wanted to kind of switch it slightly because I just finished writing a list of things that is negative. Is negative. I wrote like a list of things that I don't like about myself or my life, and I saw it in like a newsletter that I kind of subscribe to, and it's not the first time I've seen it. Like the idea of like writing out negative stuff instead of positive stuff. But I think it's the first or second time that I kind of carried out the task of writing things down. Interesting enough, like last week, I finished writing down like 300 things I would like to kind of achieve or see in my life. As like no deadline. Could happen like tomorrow, next year, 5 years, 10 years. And my plan would be to like tick them off. So this is interesting, and I know like for the kind of person I am and how I grew up with the self-help movement, the idea of like writing down things I dislike and thinking about, sorry if the screen starts shaking, like the idea of writing down the things I dislike about my life or myself, and also the way I think my life could turn out if I didn't get rid of these things. There's a part of me that always feels like, ugh, shouldn't be doing that. But I don't know, I was open to it, you know. I know that sometimes I watch videos and people talk about how the shadow is such an important part of our personality. If you don't know anything about the shadow, I think, what's his first name? Or Jung, anyways, his surname. Swiss. What's his official profession? Is he like I'm not gonna budget. Jung's enough for you. Jung. So you check him out if you haven't heard of him, or everyone's heard of him. You know, he's like Freud's friend / up. Sometimes friends, sometimes up. And it's this idea of the less savory parts we have of our personality, like hidden unsavory parts of our personality or our subconscious, unconscious, and this part tends to sabotage us, apparently, you know. And before I go too far down there, the idea is always like, oh, okay, if you don't figure out what your own shadow is, then no matter how much you kind of aspire to do more, and you know, no matter how much positivity you try to radiate, that will always kind of thwart your efforts, you know, because it's just always behind everything, trying to not read that well. Is it trying to? I don't know if it's trying to, but it's just is messing stuff up. Basically, it's just always there, you know. And so yes, so reading that, hearing that, and somewhat kind of understanding the possibility of that being true, I just thought, you know what, why not? Why not? Why not? I think these things should always kind of be like private. Well, they don't have to be private, actually. I think it helps people when you share sometimes, but I ain't sharing you know. So for me, I think something that I can talk about is I tend to procrastinate, and I struggle with establishing positive habits, and I tend to subvert the so-called weakness and be like, I'm great with establishing positive habits, and I get things done on time, but hasn't really helped yet. So just kind of like, nah, F it, let's see, and then so meant to write these things down, kind of like stewing them for like a couple days, a week. The idea behind all of this is that we all know how important discipline is, but the idea of discipline by rote or forced discipline, like, it doesn't work. And that's a concept I've seen in a lot of places. I think the bestseller Atomic Habits talks about how you kind of have to change the way you see yourself. So you don't say, for example, quickest thing, don't even smoke. But if you were a smoker, you wouldn't just be like, I'm going to stop smoking. Your story towards yourself has to be, you're not a smoker. And I think I might have budged that, but it's just the identity of yourself as someone who doesn't smoke, not just keeping the same identity that you have, but just saying, I need to stop smoking, Or a better one, don't know why they use this one, is instead of saying, I want to go to the gym tomorrow and be on a treadmill for 20 minutes, you start to see yourself as a healthy person who naturally frequents the gym, something like that. I think a lot of people kind of heard about that book, but it's just that idea of changing the story of your identity. Bob Proctor also talks about paradigms. Same thing, changing your own personal story. You can't outrun your story. It's another book I used to read before. It's like, and I think even now the whole New Thought movement, like a lot of people I hear talk about it are like, you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. So this idea of being the person that can bring about or that lives the kind of change that you want is really more important than just being in the position that you're in and hoping for these little things to change without your identity changing. And now I've lost my point. I tend to do that a lot, but yes. So rather than forcing a discipline, if you sit down with these things that you're not happy with, and you kind of also understand the way your life may end if these less desired traits, habits, whatever, stick with you, then that clarity should bring about a natural kind of discipline, I don't really want that because I've spoken way longer than I wanted. I wanted it to be kind of short, but just, yeah, so that's what I'm kind of working on. And I don't want to kind of push it. Like, I'm working on it. I'm not a coach telling people to do it, but I just thought I'd talk about it. It might resonate with someone, or someone might be able to leave a comment and be like, nah, I suggest you do this, da 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 da, Just thought I'd kind of mention it. But yeah, so that's what I've done. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about something later. I'm reading some comics. I might talk about that some other time. But yeah, just wanted to talk on that. I've been waffling long enough, so hope everybody's good. That's it. 2-day streak. Let's see how it goes. The jumping yesterday was wild, I kind of missed out already, like jumping at the concert. But anyway, that's for another day. Take care of yourself. Bye.